That was easy.
What's up, Hotoners? Welcome back. This is a Hotone podcast. I'm killing myself with this track. I'm blowing my eardrums right now. Oh yeah. I need something to pump it up, you know? Friday morning here. My name is Ari. I'm your humble host here at the Hotone podcast. We survived another week. Unbelievable. Okay, that's enough. Let me get back the monitors. How is it going, guys? Welcome back. I'm too white today. Oh, it's because of the lights. We changed a little bit the background to because we have something different today. I think it's the first time we have an amp in the house. I mean the podcast. So I made it. It's a speed trap. Let me say hello to all our friends. I'm really blown out there. It's because of the screen. It's too wide. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. What matters is what we need to talk about. Adair, Greg Riddle, Camilo, Oscar, Carlos, Tobiah, Richard, Carey, Otto, Nicolas, Jaime, Reggie, William, Carlos, Fabian, Tasnim, Jeff, Stevie, Harold, Sean. Harold, are you in Argentina now? Pete Trap, Mark Darrow, I made it. And Leonardo says, hi, I am trying to watch on YouTube, but comment seems off. Comment seems off. No, because Richard Nagamitsu on YouTube is say, barely survived this week. Got 3 new mini hits this week. Are you talking about the Nano Legacy, Richard, on YouTube? He's right in the comments, so maybe you are not following the channel. That's why you cannot comment. I don't know. You need sunglasses. That's true. Where are my sunglasses? Oh, my daughter stole them. No, I don't have them. It is working. It is working now there. Okay. Good. So you can watch on YouTube on the Hotone's official channel that you, of course, know the address. Yes, sir. Enjoying this beautiful country for a few days. Okay, good, man. Be careful. Just watch around you. Hello from my winters. My winter today in Sydney, Australia. This is Shane. Mark Darrow, very choppy right now. Starting stopping frequently. Maybe it's because the Bitcoin is going down, or is it going up? Do you trade Bitcoin, guys? Let me know. I'm just thinking about it. Okay. Yeah. Nah. It's just a joke, Harold. But just bigger. Okay, guys. As you can see, we have some gear going on here because today, of course, we're going to talk about amps. We're going to talk about amps. Let me put one gear down on the music because it excites me too much. And smooth playing here. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Here, when it's green, that means that from here everything is good, and I see a big green light, and that makes me happy. Anyway, sorry if I'm a little too white today, but since we changed the background, I'm too white, basically. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Let's do some intro of what we're going to talk about today. Hi, guys. It's Fide Milano. Much against what you expect, we're not going to do a shout out and a versus fight between amps and Ampero, because in my humble opinion that's as useless as it can be. It's like, okay, let's do oranges versus ducks. No, it doesn't make any sense. But what we're going to talk about is from the player point of view, from the real life experience, all the pros and cons of an amp or a sim. Of course, we're going to talk about Ampero, but that applies for any other, if you have any other brand. The pros and cons of each, and then what if both? And then what if live, what if recording studio, etc. So there are many things that we're going to talk about today that are very interesting, and mostly we're going to interact because I want to hear your opinion. I have mine, and I know what I like, but that is not the truth of the universe. It just works for me and nothing else. Oh my god. Okay. So, Hiroshi says, good morning from Malaysia. I want to go to Malaysia. Hiroshi, if I go, I'm going to visit you. Edson, Angel says, Mark Darrow says, why not both? Exactly, that's the third option, let's say. Good evening, guys. And Isaac says yes. Okay, so if you're in the VIP group of the podcast on Facebook, you know, guys, I made a little post that I was doing some thankfully, thank God, again, some studio sessions that I always did, but with the virus, the COVID, everything went south, let's say. But now some sessions are starting again, and I found a very interesting situation with amps, and I took my Ampero, and the engineer there, some engineer was. We have a little confrontation, regarding if to use an amp or to use Ampero. So I will tell you that story, and that kind of sparked this episode of to amp or not to amp, because it was a joke that we made there in the studio regarding this. So greetings from Croatia, says Vanja. Come to Malaysia sometime. Thank you, Hiroshi. Let's go to Malaysia. I'm going to go to Malaysia to visit you. We're going to drink sake in Malaysia, which is going to be the true example of globalization. I have Black Star Artist in white. It's a speed trap. That's a good question. Jaime is asking, did you take the Ampere or Ampere 2? I took both, actually. And now I will tell you the story about the studio. Guys, if you're on Facebook, you probably will see that it's cutting. Don't worry, we will fix it. Ampere World says, hi, Ampere World here. Glad to be here with you guys. New videos coming soon. That's on YouTube. Richard on YouTube says, I got an Irish Terror Vox AC and Joyo Jackman. My Hotone Mini is a Freeze B. Wow, nice. Alexander Laureano says, hi Ari. I missed this podcast. It's 3 a.m. here in Portugal now. It's good to have you, Alexander, no matter what. Sometimes I plug my Ampero to my PV amp, but I prefer using studio monitors, this is Leonardo. Yeah, we will talk about that. Okay, it looks like the stream is up again. Yes. You went red for a second, and now it's right. I was reading the messages on YouTube, so in YouTube it never cuts, so it's okay, guys. You didn't miss much. Yes, it's back now. Thank you for... Whenever you feel something weird with the stream, let me know so I can do something about it. Let me see for 1 second if I can turn down the no, I can't. The light of this. No, I can't. Okay, maybe I'm going to step back a little bit. So there you go, like this. Eric Mayer from the Noise Factory says hello, fellow Hotone users and the infamous and mythical Ari. Yes, I'm a unicorn without a horn, but yeah, I'm mythical, like a minotaur. Okay, guys. So, and be careful because we can kickstart the giveaway at any second. By the way, remember that since a couple of episodes ago, we will start the giveaway at any time, just to prize the early birds that they are here listening to this poor host. Okay, so I went to the studio, right? And I took the both Amperes, the Ampere MP100, the 4 switches and the expression pedal, and the Ampere 2, the white one. Plus another bunch of, because I usually take that stuff, even if I know I may not use it for some reason, I usually take it just in case. Along with, for example, Sopress 2 and some extra this, extra that, just in case, because it's a long trip, so you don't want to be... And that kind of jobs are it's hard to say, but the guys there are kind of picky, you need to be pro in the way you have your gear and everything ready to work, you kind of, so I didn't change the strings, that kind of thing is a no. You will last 1 second. So, Mark Darrow said, when playing live, we are now exclusively in-ear monitors and direct to the board connections, no external speakers, amps. That's happening more and more, Mark, it's true. Okay, so I went there, everything went fine, we're preparing with the other musicians to kind of put together, because each one has its parts, you need to read the parts and play. It doesn't matter the situation of the recording itself, the point here is the gear, right? So I have all my stuff, the papers ready and everything. So after we do a little rehearsal in another building with the musicians, we went to the studio itself to start the tracking and setting up. So there was a part that I need to track alone without any other musicians, and that was the first one. So I went into the room and I started taking my Emperos, right, and putting on the floor, etc., because I have some patches prepared for that too, and everything. And I see the recording engineer coming, knocking the door, opening. Sorry, what's that? That's my amp. The guy said, no. Here we will use amps. I'm reading the comments, guys. Yeah. Music Hotone should produce big amps as soon as possible. And I said, well, I mean, it's a job. So I mean, if you want me to play a ukulele, if you're going to pay, I don't care, you know. But they have a bunch of amps there. I mean, whatever you want, from Voxes to Fenders to Marshalls to whatever. But I never played those amps, so I didn't know exactly, you know, what to expect. And I said, man, I have a patch here already. It has all the effects needed for this particular track. All the other musicians already listening to it. They like it, blah, 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 blah. And the guy says, whoa, but this is plastic, man. The guy was. And I was like, okay, well, we need to do a little test then, so we can. It's okay if you want me to use an amp, I will use an amp. So, what amp do you recommend for this situation? The guy brought. Well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to push too much to hype anything. But it was a tube amp, right? With a head and a 2x12, etc., etc. Okay, so I plugged the amp. I played, yeah, it sounds great, but I need to start working on patches to kind of add all the other effects that I didn't have pedals for that, so I need to take the effects from the Ampero. And it was okay. I said, okay, look, the guy made me record something just to check how it sounds. I said, okay, let's do something. Let's connect the Ampero to the effects loop. Just to use the power from the amp, and you take a listen, you tell me. And this guy was like, yeah, well, sure, whatever, if you want to waste time, just let's do it. And I connected the Ampero 2 to the effects loop, to the same amp, same cab, microphones, etc., but the tone was coming from the Ampero. I was just using the power stage of the tube amp, right? Man, it was so obvious. It was so obvious. It's not that the amp sounded bad compared to the Ampero. It's just, it was so obvious. It was much richer, you know. I don't know. Maybe that particular patch. So we recorded something also, and the guy was already long-faced when I was playing. I can see him through and he was already like, you know, start sweating, you know. So I finished. I knew, and there was other people there in the control, right? So I went out. What do you think? Not bad. Long story short, we finished using not the Ampero straight into the mix, because we did try that too, and for this particular track it didn't work as well as the Ampero through the amp and recorded with microphones. And man, it was brilliant. Everybody was happy. So okay, I will make it show. What's a Wagner? The amp, basically, yeah. That if you're asking what amp, yeah. But the cab was a 2x12. It wasn't Wagner. It was I think it was a Marshall. It didn't have the Marshall logo, but it had the little golden plate On the bottom, it said lead 1960 or something. So it was a couple selection speakers basically. So nothing special there. Alexander Laureano says, I don't have any speakers to connect my Ampere P100, so I just use my JBL headphones. And you know what? It sounds very good. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Yeah. I'm following your comments, guys, because they're mixing Spanish and English, they're blowing my brain. Yeah. Okay. So, long story short, we did the whole session with that, with the Emperor 2 on top. Sadly, it's not a place, you're not a tourist there, you're working, so I cannot go with a cell phone there taking pictures and doing selfies, because, well, here in Asia, the stuff is different. But, or at least in that place. But we finished doing the whole session, and it was different kind of music and different styles with that amp, just giving the power and moving the speakers using the tone of Emperor 2. Of course, the guy at the end told me, man, let me take note of it. So I wasn't surprised that he didn't know it. He knew like Kemper, Fractal, all the mainstream stuff, and some other brands, of course. But he thought it was just like a little pedal or something like that. There are a lot of little pedals that simulate amps, and some of them are okay and some of them are crappy, of course, like everything. But well, we kind of convert one more there with the. It wasn't my, because I didn't care that much actually. It just works, so I can use whatever. It's just he was so sure that the amp sounded much better, and it's hard until you do an A/B comparison, because if you hear like last week something and then you hear this week something different and try to compare, that's nonsense. No human being can do a proper comparison. But if you have A/B, two takes, let's say, same guy playing, same guitar, same cab and power, but you just change the preamp, let's say, yeah, then you can tell, unless you're completely deaf, you can tell something. In any case, it's still subjective because it's tone. I mean, we all in that room, we all agreed that was better, but that doesn't mean that even if that was better, it was just more suitable for what we were doing, which is not the same. I just want to clarify that. The same happened to me in January. I played through an AC30 and an Imperial Aston. My friends and musicians were impressed. I have to admit that that's a killer combination. We will get there. Hey Ivan, welcome, man. Question: when going directly to a soundboard, going mono versus stereo, is the quality of the patches affected? No. Oscar is asking if you go mono or stereo into the mixer, let's say. No, the quality is not affected. I mean, you have the same quality. The thing is that if your patch has any stereo effect, like delay or something like that, you're going to lose a lot. How hot do you drive the power section? That's a good question. This particular head has a switch to lower the power. So, I mean, to be able to crank it more at less volume, let's say. But it wasn't crazy loud, And they have 3 microphones on the cab. It had like a 57, and a couple of other microphones. One closer to the cab, another further away. I don't really know the brand. But it was three microphones picking up the. It sounds great. I mean, it sounds like I feel Regis and Bora playing there. guys, remember to, yes, I mean, if you can, with Ampero, try to go stereo. That's, to me, that's the way to go. Unless you play punk, let's say, or like kind of Green Day stuff, that then doesn't really matter. But if you're going to start adding anything that close to a stereo delay or something like that, you do need to go stereo. So, okay, as you can see, we are not. This is not for any particular reason. It's the only amp that I can get hold of, and that's going to fit here actually, because all the other amps that I can bring here, they're too big to put here. So this one, tube amps we're talking about. So this is a tube amp. It's a 5-watt tube amp, which I particularly think. This is my personal opinion again. This is pretty good for what it is. I think it's a great like small studio / practice / writing music amp. So we're going to talk about a little bit. I'm going to play something with this, and then I did a patch on the Ampero 2 that kind of close to the tone of this amp, because we don't have this amp in Ampero 2, this particular amp. But you can totally recreate something closer to that. I didn't put much attention to make it exactly the same, because that's not the point. The point is, we are going to talk about according to what situation was the best thing to use, to me and for you, in your experience. Okay. Shane is probably AKG 414. I'm pretty sure. The thing is that this studio, it was weird, because many of the brands of the gear were like erased. You know, they took all the logos. And a Roger 121 for other mics. Sorry. Yeah, it's probably that's a good idea for a series of video. A/B blind tests are Ampero 2 versus real amps, and keep the answers secret. What is a good stereo combo that has a stereo effects loop? That's a good question. I'm sure any of the guys will answer much better than me, Rick. Makes sense. I knew I was missing something. Thanks. I had a few sound guys come up and stare at Ampero skeptically at first, and then at the end of the gig came up and asked me, what is that? That happened to me many times in live situation. I never had this situation of someone telling me, no, you're not going to use that in the studio. This is the first time. That's why I'm kind of telling you the story, so you know. That background music is driving me crazy now. I will lower it down. Thank you. You can totally ask whatever you want, guys. This is your house. We will put it at your taste. The amount of power is irrelevant. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Dennis. Is this amp the one that it's like to kind of amp sound? Yeah, Harold. This particular amp has a knob that is called ISF. I think that if you turn it to the left, it's the American kind of sound. If you turn it to the right, it's a gimmick, but still, I think it's pretty useful to shape the general tone of the amp. I think it works pretty well. A lot of studios will list the gear they use on their websites. That's true, yeah. We have Besa Boogie Lone Star all tube amp in our studio, and we still prefer our Ampero 2. Okay, that's good. So, coming back to situations and what to use. But first, let's do a quick run. Thank you, Alexandra, Leonardo, and Richard on YouTube for being there. Tiki time. Let's delete the previous. We have the champion here, champion cup. Okay, I will populate the list with today's players. All right, this is much much more similar to the classic one, right? To the one that we used to use in season 1. Okay, it's bunny time. Yeah, let's keep something so we keep the heat going on, and then we will keep talking about amps and temperature. Guys, I'm waiting because the stream is going down. The stream is going down. I don't want to start the giveaway with the stream in red. I want you to be able to. Whoa! Now we are 12,000 kilobytes per second. It should be 3,000 only. Wait, 12,000. We're streaming in 8K. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, Leonardo, don't worry. I'll do my best to keep this flowing. Okay, let's make it quick so we don't miss it. I have the new press. I was able to say Ampere Press, the Ampere Press H. That is the one that comes with the 25K pot, so you can use it in absolutely any piece of gear, and it's going to be fine. I'm not in the list because you haven't played the challenge. We have a weekly challenge, guys. Okay, I'm going to. We have here all our friends that were accepted to play today because you answered the weekly challenge. So I'm going to spin for an Ampere Press H version. Okay? Are you ready? Because I'm going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock it, man. We have Bunny and we have an Ampere Press H coming. Don't worry, if the stream goes down, I will keep the winner on screen until we get back. Oh, show me the body. It's coming. Oh, what's that? It's my phone. Someone is going to take. Don't tell me. No. It can't be Isadora again. Because if this is Isadora again, we're going to. Holy. Isadora, let someone else win, please. Oh. Oscar Ramos. No, I'm kidding, Carlos. We're not streaming in 8K, but usually the stream goes like 3,000 kilobytes per second, right? And this is showing me that we are 12,000 kilobytes per second, which is insane. Where is Oscar Ramos? I don't want to take too much time on this. I'm going to. No. I'm going to fire up the buster. Yes! Oscar Ramos is in the house, girl! Congratulations!
That was easy.
Wow! Congratulations!
Oscar Ramos, congratulations!
Wow! Congratulations!
Oscar Ramos is saying, I'm so happy. You should, brother. Yeah, you just got this. This is the newest. It's the newest Hotone product, really, because it's the latest version of a product that is being already in the market. There is the Ampere Press. There is a very useful volume and expression pedal, but this one is like the high impedance version. Congratulations! So.
Wow! Congratulations!
Yes! You got it. So, Oscar Ramos, we're going to remove you. You need to send a direct message, a DM to the Facebook page, Hotone Facebook page, so we can ship you the price. Now, talking about, we'll come back to the giveaway. Now, I give away one, maybe later another. We'll do that kind of stuff. Leonardo Dante says, "Oh gosh, if Isidora wins again, I'll go to sleep." Isidora is like a urban legend, It's like a urban legend. It's like a yeti, She's there, in the corner, waiting to get all the prizes, and she deserves it because she's a lucky girl. Okay, so Oscar Ramos, congratulations! You got an purpose. So let's get back to business. Let's play a little bit of guitar. Oh, but talking about playing guitar, guys, this is not so important, but I just want to share with you in case you didn't know. I'm releasing a very humble EP with some songs, etc. This is not recording studio. This I made all the recording. It's 100% recorded with Ampere 2. So in case you are interested to listen to the EP is going to be. I'm going to be launching one song at a time. So now the EP only has one song, but you can go and check it out. Here, I just put the link there in the comments. So if you want, you can. Go and check it out, and you can see your harsh critics and say how much of a useless piece of music is. Anyway, nah, I'm kidding. Just to share something that, if in case you wonder how Ampere 2 sounds in a recording environment and you haven't tried it yet, you can go and check, and that will tell you. All the basses and guitars are recorded with Ampere 2. Anyway, just that. And of course you can play for free. If I charge 20 cents for playing it, nobody will listen it. So this is just a personal thing. This is not work. It's my little baby. Let's say it's something that I like to share with you guys. Anyway. Now, Isidora is laughing because she knows what we're talking about. Thank you, Davey. I appreciate that. I like the title of your song, This is Speed. The song is all I ever wanted. Actually, I played live in the pod a couple of times. I think it was for one of the weekly challenges that to guess the tonality, something like that. Anyway, that's some awesome, man. Thank you. And the EP is called Once in a Lifetime. Because that's probably what it is. I've recorded a lot of stuff, but very little for myself, let's say. So this is something that it's apart from whatever else I do, and something that is just personal. So you can go. Also, during Bandcamp, you can listen to my wife's record that is there too, but it's in Chinese, so you may not understand a word. No, you may not. You won't understand a word. It doesn't matter. Maybe you can hear some guitar there too. That is recorded with Ampere 1. That one. Okay. Guys, let's get down to business. We're here to. So first of all, I'm going to use my. Oh my goodness! I can't go higher today, guys, because since I have the amp, I need to change some stuff. So, I have my trusty Strat here. Let me stop the music. Now I'm connected straight. I will explain to you how is the signal change, signal path, so you know. I'm right now is the guitar straight into the Ampere 2, straight into the audio interface. And when I switch to the amp, it's going to be the guitar straight into the amp, into the input of the amp, and I have a 58 beta here, the 58 A. Yeah, that one. The one that has a blue ribbon. And, or B. I don't know. It's a short 58. And that goes also straight into the audio interface. So you will hear the Ampero straight and the amp through the microphone. But I will switch off this microphone when I start playing so we don't have any interference from other audio sources. B58, that one, yes. It's awesome to record what you create from your heart. Thank you, Jaime. You're very, very kind. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Honestly, it's just I'm just sharing it so you can. I feel kind of shy to share this, but I will keep adding songs because there are almost 8 songs finished, 7 or 8 songs. Yeah, so. You will, if you're subscribed to that or to Bandcamp or whatever, you will get the notification when I put a new song. Anyway, I will tell you here because I love to share that with my family. Okay, let's get started. So basically, what I want to tell you is this. This is what I found regarding amps and amp simulator because there's this nonsense of it's an amp, it's a tube amp, or it's this or that. No, it shouldn't be like that. This is not religion. This is not football. This is whatever works for you, and depending in which situation you are. That's my humble opinion. There's a huge difference between sims and amps, and has nothing to do with the quality of the tone. Has nothing to do with the quality of the tone. The difference is in the experience and is in the feel, not so much on the quality of the tone. Because today, and I really want to challenge anyone to debunk this. Today the quality of the sims. I'm not talking about only Ampero 2. Any of the good ones, including Ampero 2. You cannot tell the difference in a recording from a real amp. You can't tell the difference. Especially within a mix. Especially without having an A-B comparison. If I just give you a recording with Ampero 2 in the middle of a song, you are not going to be able to tell if it's an amp or not. It doesn't matter how cool you think you are, how much of an X-Men you are, that you can hear things that nobody else can, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we all know that superhero story. You can't. That's the truth, and you need to accept it. Like, I accept it too. I cannot tell the difference. Today, we are in a very high standard for amp simulation. Now, having said that, I say, well, if you say that, then all the amps are dead. No, that's not true. That is absolutely impossible to replace the experience of playing a real amp. Sit with your guitar and play in front of a real amp. There's no way any simulator can replace that. And that's where the difference. To me, again, all this thing I'm saying is my opinion, then we are going to hear yours. That is the huge difference between simulation and real amps. And they will never catch each other because they are two different animals. Tube amps are more or less the same. It's been, 70 years. And you need something to reproduce and to amplify that amp simulation. So if you use, most of us, when we use an amp sim, we use some kind of studio monitors or headphones or something like that. You can compare the experience of that sitting in front of a 2x12 or 4x12 or even a 1x12 that is, kicking your chest. That's absolutely different. So unless you put the sim through the amp, okay, bypassing the preamp, but using the power and the air moved by the speakers and the whole mojo of that. Yeah, it is a mojo. I'm not trying to hype it. And supposedly I should be selling amp simulations, right? No, I'm not selling anything here. I'm just telling you my very personal opinion from a player point of view. So that's the big difference. That's the big difference. When you put any simulator straight into a mix, you will get quality. You will get quality. Any of the good ones, especially Imperial 2, you will get quality. That's for sure. Now, I'm not talking about a job. I'm talking about the feel, that when you sit and that feel to have the amp next to you. Now, if you have the amp in another room, full of mics, and that's another story, that the feel is gone. You understand? The feel is gone. And I'm sure it would be very hard to tell the difference. William says, that's true. Half of one album is recorded with the PV Valve King 100, and the other half with my old Digitech RP500, which I had one, and VST. No one can tell the difference. Of course, no one can tell the difference. If someone tells you they can, it's BS. Of course, most of us, we can tell the difference between an A-B comparison, clean, with nothing else sounding around, like, okay, play A again. Play B. Oh, well, congratulations, you're a Homelander. No, anyone can tell that difference. I'm talking about in a context. It's very hard. It's very hard, almost impossible. You may nail it just because you have 50% chances to nail it, so just by coincidence. But if I give you 10 recordings and one of them is the same, you're not gonna get it. Simple as that. So, yeah, a lot of people is gonna hate me for this. No, but don't. No, it's not. I don't want to create any controversy. What I want to say is what it works for me and what I believe. Then you can believe in Frodo and the community of the ring. I don't care, and it doesn't matter, because whatever works for you, that's the end of the story, basically. So this, I don't believe it. I never engage in like online rantings, between fights, between the tone that this, the tone of that. Awesome, man. If you, whatever, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Well, I'm telling you, and I want to hear your experience, because supposedly I should be like 100% same, right, guy? Well, I'm hearing Hotone podcast. You should. No, I think there is always a place for a good, especially tube amp. There's some solid state amps that are amazing too. I'm not saying that the amp can be only a tube amp. No, in this case, I have a tube amp here because I have it, but I could have there are many great solid state amps. So, wow, you have so many comments, guys. It's maybe I should do my talking shorter so I can read more. Personally, I love pushing air with my caps, still using the Ampere and a clean stereo amp to push the 4x12. Never tried with my stomp through an amp. It's different kind of stuff, guys. I tell you something. This is my rate now. If I, in general, of course, every situation may vary slightly, so I need to change something. But if I need to play live, I go with Ampere 1, straight, not think about it. Almost for any style. Straight into the mixer, straight into the house, especially if I have monitors or in-ear monitors. I don't take an amp. No way I'm going to take an amp to a live situation. It doesn't matter how high quality they want. Actually, they want really high quality, especially I'm not going to take an amp. For several reasons. The pain in the butt of taking the amp and setting it up, and the risk of the amp failing in the middle of the show, and blah, 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 and all that stuff. I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. I will never use an amp if I can choose, again, live. Now, when I'm recording my stuff, I barely use an amp either. Why? Because it's so convenient, Ampero. Just having it there, Ampero 2, especially on the desk, I don't really feel the need. That's why I recorded my stuff 100% with Ampero 2. I haven't put a mic in anything. Now, here comes the trick. This time that I did this session, that the guy put that amp, the amp sounded really good, really great, and the Ampero sounded way better through the amp than straight into the mixer. So I may start working in some work in some sessions, start using tube amps Ampero 2 through the effects loop, because it really works, it really pays off. Now, fourth situation, when I'm playing for myself, when I'm enjoying those rare moments that you can just play and not practice anything or prepare anything for recording or when I'm just grabbing a guitar and trying to chill, I will use an amp. Something like this. Yeah, exactly. Why? Because I don't want to come in front of the computer first. I don't want to be in the environment where I'm working or where I'm recording. If I need to write music, I would probably go away from that and just take an amp, guitar, cable straight to the amp, and that's it. So as you can see, there's always room for an amp and a sim in your life. You just need to see what is the best combination for each situation. In your case, for what you do, regardless if you're a working musician, a professional musician, or maybe you just play for fun and you're a dentist, that's okay. There's still a valid question, is that how can I use my sim or my amp in a way that I take the best out of it, right? So I'm going to our Marshall 800, I guess, sounds great too. I do love having the convenience of any cab. I won't go in direct. Yes, I think honestly it's a physical difference. It's a physical difference. The sim, you can only hear it through a line, let's say, unless you put it through an amp, and then it's not the same anymore. You have a little bit of both worlds, you know. So in a recording, yeah, either way, whatever it pleases you better. But in the moment, when I want to enjoy playing guitar, I prefer to have an amp. I may put the Ampere through the amp, but I want the interaction. I want the 1x12, the 2x12, the 4x12 talking to me, you know. I don't know, maybe it's nonsense, but that's how I feel it. So, of course, you can go to YouTube and see a million versus Ampere versus, whatever amp. I am not really into that because I don't think it's a versus thing. I think it's an and, not or, right? Studio is another kind of use, so two amps have still its use. Technology has won its place. Absolutely. I also work well for me. Well, the Brickwind, the Nano Legacy Floor, or the Mojo Attack are also a great, great companion if you're playing live or in studio. I didn't take it because honestly, I need some delays and other stuff. So the Nano Legacy Floor doesn't have delay; it just have reverb. And I don't have any good delay pedal like single, and that's why, yeah, I need to get one. If I show up to a gig without an amp, the drummer and keyboard will have a fit. They want to hear the bass on stage, not through. Well, yeah, you can save that with monitors. Some of the best tones I ever got is solid state JK with Marshall stereo. Absolutely, Gallien Kruger, GK. I will usually play through my amps when I'm home alone. Yeah, I have the crate B30, very good cleans. Great, was a great brand. I don't know if they're still around. Yeah. So, guys, let's play some music. So, I will play a little bit with Emperor. Let me see how are the levels. And then I will switch to the amp. And then you will tell me what you think. Okay? I'm going to cut the microphone. Okay, that was Emperor 2. As you can see, I put in the middle of in the middle of the shooting, I put the screen so you can see that it's actually Emperor 2, and you can see that it's moving. You know, that I'm not cheating. Let's say I just have a little gate, and then the Brown King clean, a 1x12, and a little spring reverb to try to match it with the situation that we have with the amp, because if we start adding delays and other kind of stuff. So this is the situation we have here with Ampere. Let me see. Can I get an REP sign as a sticker decal? I will ask the guys to make one. Yeah, no problem, Rick. No problem. I think the guys can make one and put it in the Hotone shop there. Yeah. You can also get those even harmonics by using an output transformer on solid amp, state amp. It says Shane is our doctor. He knows everything. I like my setup, can show up in any gig now, and can use any backline. Well, that's another advantage of amp simulation. If you're just going to use the power of an amp, you can literally use anything around, you know. As long as it's not too crappy, you will have a very consistent tone if you take your Ampere anywhere. So that's true. This is scary. Sounds great. Yeah, it's a very simple patch. Usually we have much more crazy patches here with a lot of delay and other stuff, but this is very simple. So now I'm going to play a little more, and then in the middle I'm going to switch to, again, it's not an A-B comparison, it's just, I will tell you what happened here, because you are going to hear a recording, actually, a stream or a digital version of what I'm doing. Before doing the pod, I record both, and I feel one thing when I listen to them through the same speakers. And then playing here, because the Ampere I'm listening through some studio monitors, and the amp I'm going to hear the amp from the amp. I will tell you what's happening there. So I'm going to cut the microphone and play a little more Ampere 2 and then switch to the amp. All right, so Black Star Aripad sounds better. Okay, I didn't really want to go there to the comparison between the two. Okay, I want to hear your opinion because this is important. I will make a point at the end. It sounds great. This is I like more than Imperial 2 sound. Imperial 2, it sounds thinner through the amp. The Black Star Aripad sounds better. I will record both and mix. I prefer to record layout set to how I like and then record it, mix it with one track. We'll also keep the dry track so I can reamp. Imperial 2 sounds better. Okay, that's good. I'm glad, guys, that... Okay, there could be some small differences in EQ because, again, maybe some thinner the amp because the EQ is slightly different. Even the microphone, of course, can affect the tone, the placement of the microphone, etc. The point here is not to say if one sounds better than the other, but more to give you a little bit of the feel that I have on this end. When I recorded both and I listened to them both from studio monitors, they both sound good. Slightly different again because I didn't try to match the tone of this amp. It's just around the neighborhood, you know, just to have more or less the same type of tone, not exactly the same tone. I could maybe, if working a little bit more with the EQ, I will match exactly the tone. That's a great thing of Imperial 2. You can literally match any amp that you want, the tone again. Now, playing here, when I listen to Imperial 2 through the studio monitors, I prefer to play with the amp. The tone coming from the speaker of the amp, to me, it sounds much more organic than the signal from the studio monitors. And that's the truth that I found almost all the time, that when it's different in a recording than when you're in the moment, you know. So the level difference make it a little hard to fairly compare. They're both very nice tones. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, I'm trying to match. It's very rough, the meter that I have here regarding the input signal. I crank it up a little bit. So let's play another round. Okay, hopefully the levels there were a little closer. At least in my meter here, they were. So again, I still prefer hear how it sounds. Then, usually when I hit the recording, I tend to choose the Ampere 2. Because that's the other thing. What you hear from the amp is not what it gets recorded. You're monitoring, unless you're recording with headphones, right? That's another story. If you're recording with headphones, it's much closer. But what you hear in front of your amp is nowhere near what is going to be recorded. What's going to be recorded is what the microphone hears, not what you hear. So that's the tricky part, right? The balance of the tone is super sweet. Yeah, much better. That sounds a bit more even for sure. Yes. He says, I feel it more about this, that and the other rather than or the other. Yes, I agree. The sound is a bit more useful, yeah, much better. The balance of the tone is super sweet. Then we have to consider the impact of the microphone and the room and the tone. Exactly, all of that. My bass player still tracks with an amp in the studio, but we always capture a clean line signal as well. That's a great idea, and it's always useful to have a dry signal because then you can fix a lot of stuff, if you have that. So, to kind of round up a little bit these guys, the point is that amps are not going anywhere anytime soon. And that's my humble opinion because, like me, I believe that many other people feel the same. And amp simulators are not meant to replace amps. Amp simulators are not meant to replace amps. That's the... give me a second, Okay, there you go. I'm not meant to replace amps at all. Amp simulators are here to complement, to make our life easier, to expand our tone palette beyond what any amp can do, and to do things that even amps will never be able to do. The kind of signal routing that you can do with an amp simulator today, an amp will never be able to do it. So it's not one to replace the other, it's one to complement the other. It's to give you more options when you need to play live, when you need to go to the studio. So my very humble opinion is that if you can afford it, you need to have both. An amp that you like, at least an amp or many amps, if you can, and a very good sim that will help you in many other situations. And sometimes you will use both together to get the best of both worlds. That's what I believe. So, for veteran players, it is really difficult to mic an amp and get good results, he says Leonardo Dantas. No, I don't think so, Leonardo. I think unless you live in a place that is super noisy and everybody's, hitting pans and dishes, as long as you have a quiet place and you can put some mattresses around to kind of kill the bouncing a little bit, and you like the sound of your amp and you have a decent microphone, you can totally get good results. Especially with today's amps. For example, this tube amp also has the option of lowering the wattage, to 1 watt or whatever else. So you can really crank it up and get all that tube goodness out of it without killing your neighbors. So now, if you have a 4x12 and you live in a 20 square meter flat, that's going to be a problem, especially if it's an old head, that you need to really crank it to get some good tones. Tube amps, of course, are known for not being great at low volumes. They still sound okay, but the best grit you will get in higher volumes. That's why they. That it is. I want to read all your comments. Playing clean through a black star will de-emphasize the attack and boost the ring or tail. Direct from the Ampere will give you more attack presence. That's That's very true. Ari, do you reamp later from your original DI and pair signals? No, I never reamp. I will tell you why, David. So that's it. You don't need to have your ears on the speaker cone. Ampere 2 question, it says Angel. True bypass? No, it's true bypass. Yes, it's true bypass. Babies. I tell you because I use the bypass of Ampere all the time, and it is. Yeah. Babies, remember the kids maybe a little noisy. It's true. Yeah, we have some babies going on. Yes, thankfully my daughter is already older, so it doesn't cry like a baby. They complement each other. We're talking about sims and amps. Rick, he says here, they complement each other. Tell my wife that I'm good having several amps and digital platforms. Rick's wife, he needs several amps, so let him go. Yeah, it's good to have both play, record, separate together to get a very human feel. Yeah, I think we will leave it for many years in this hybrid situation where you may use just the same. Let me turn off this. You may use just the SIM or the amp or a combination of both according to the situation if you can. Now, there's a question, I need to answer that question first. Because someone asked me if I need to choose one of the two because of a budget, problem. I would choose a SIM, of course, because I get much more in the package than just being stuck with an amp that has 2 channels and certain amount of tones. Because the SIM is not only the amp, then you have all the bunch of effects and you have noise gate and it's an audio interface, and of course it's a no-brainer. If you need to choose one, especially if you're a veteran player, which is completely fine and absolutely perfect to do, you need to be a rock star for getting any kind of gear. As long as you can afford it, it's okay. Especially if you don't go too much out and you just record and everything, you SIM 100% first. And then you, of course, you can get an amp and get a little bit of both things. So one question that David was asking is if I reamp later. No, I never reamp. Very rarely. I wouldn't say never, but only if I made a mistake. If I made a mistake in the tone, which is very rare because I usually, when I have to record something, to make that part, I need to have the right tone already. I cannot play, how to explain it? In my case, when I go to record something to a session, I already know very well the song. I already have the whole context of the song. So my work is not only to record the part, it's also to get the tone ready for that part. So although they may touch it after, like a little compressor here or there, maybe touch the EQ, but the core of the tone is always traveling with me, because it's not like, okay, just record whatever and then we will change completely the sound of the guitar. In my case, it never happened. Sometimes when they usually take a line too, like a dry signal. Sometimes happen that, maybe they reuse some of the parts in another mixes, and they may change or reamp the playing. But it's not a practice that I found very musical and enjoyable to reamp anything, because supposedly you need to have very clear the tone that you're going, and the tone that you use to record something, it affects a lot the way you play. So you need to get your tone right first. That's the first thing, and then work on the part, and maybe you will tweak the tone while you're working in the part until you get a very nice version of that tone, and you go and record. At least that's my opinion. I don't know if it's the truth, but it says, I meant, which setting do you prefer, an Ampere to a true bypass, Angel, yeah. Ricky says, in a desert island, I'll take my Helix. Yeah. Okay, so this is a very interesting topic, guys, and I wish we had way more time to develop it because actually I didn't even say even 10% of the things that I was thinking during the week to tell you guys regarding this. Actually, we can keep talking about this. It's a it's a very interesting topic, and to me in particular, I'm very passionate about this. And the options, maybe next week what we're going to do is try to do, yes, more a comparison of using the Ampere straight into the audio interface and the Ampere through the amp with a microphone, and maybe try to compare that A-B, yeah, and then we will be comparing origins to origins, you know, and to see how much of a difference is to record with a mic and a real cabinet, or just straight with a cab simulation, let's say with an IR or something like that. I think that would be a very valid comparison. In any case, what we need to do now, let me move a little bit this. What we need to do now is to go to the giveaway. Yes. Tiki tiki dang. Oh, girls, come on. Are you crazy? So hungry. Is the tip of the iceberg, literally. I think we can have a. Yeah, we know, Carlos. You don't worry. Show me the body. I think we can keep talking about that for at least 2 or 3 pods. You know, maybe we're not going to go that long, but I think it's a great thing, and we will definitely use the effects loop next week and connect the Ampere 2 to this little combo, and then use the Ampere 2 also straight into the audio interface and have like an A/B in the moment. Why not? I think it's doable. Actually, that's one of the beauties of the Ampere 2. That has so many connection options, you know, so many IOs that you can use the whatever, you know. Really, now I'm thinking you can connect in so many ways. Someone mentioned during the week the 4-cable method, also to use Ampere with a real amp, and that's also a great thing. But again, we will need more time to talk about it, guys. Show me the body. Okay, we have on YouTube, Leonardo Dantas says, we can't crank the amp in my apartment. I'll be kicked off really quick. So then, Leonardo, you're in the wrong apartment. You need to find a place where they love electric guitar and you can play the whole day really loud. Okay, let's recap here. So far, we have one winner, that is Oscar Ramos. Oscar Ramos is the winner of Ampere Press H edition. You will know soon what it means. Actually, it's still not launched. It's a myth, but it's real. We have it here. Ramos is the winner so far. I still can't figure out how to get on the wheel. No, Rick. Let's wait. Okay, wait a second. The stream went to hell. Let me wait for recovery. Okay. Okay, since that we are back now. We are back, and I'm reading the comment from Rick Nagamitsu. That it says, I still can't figure out how to get on the wheel. Rick, come on, man. We have every week a challenge on the Facebook page. It's a video where you're going to see this guy saying, okay, you need to tell me this answer or that answer, or guess this or guess that. And then you write that as a comment. And if you're correct, your name is going to go straight into the next pod giveaway. It's very easy, very simple. That's the way you join our giveaway, Rick. That's called a rehearsal room. Yeah. I got froze again. Back online. It's back. It's back. It's back. The man is back. Okay, before he gets frozen again, let's spin. Guys, I'm going. So we have Oscar Ramos so far. Let's go again and let's spin for another Ampere Press H edition. Are you ready? Give me the bunny. Bring me the bunny. Okay, thank you. We have the bunny and we are going to spin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shane. You remember that a little those teachers that they're not perfect, but almost. Dance for me. Okay, it's coming. I don't want to see Isadora around, Shane, Leonardo. Pando. The Agent Smith. Albert Smith, the Agent Smith from The Matrix. Albert, are you there? Hello? Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's in the house. Congratulations.
That was easy.
Oh, yeah. That was easy, yeah. Mr. Albert Smith got another Ampere Press. Because the first one was from Ramos. Congrats, Albert! Yeah!
Wow! Congratulations!
Oh my God! Yes! Come on, give me some cheering for Albert. That was great. So, Albert Smith. Okay. Coming up, we're going to give away a Hotone t-shirt. Yes, the one that you like. It's a new version. 2022 has a Hotone logo on the back. Let me see if I can show you. Oh. Yes. It has we're going to give away a Hotone t-shirt. Congratulations. We are getting a slight flanging in the studio. Yeah, you know why? How about now? Yeah, I need to get the monitors. How about now? Okay guys, I'm going to give away a Hotone t-shirt. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate the support there, the technical support. Okay, I'm going to give away a Hotone t-shirt right now in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it! Come on, the kids. Where are the kids? Yeah. Who's going to be the winner of this wonderful Hotone t-shirt? Dance, bunny, dance. Okay, the bunny's getting scared for or enthusiasm. Oh my God. You guys are crazy. Okay, it's coming to the zone. It's coming to the zone. Is it going to be Age? Is it going to be John? Leonardo Stark? Angel David Lasp. Hey! Never lucky, says Leonardo. No, come on, Leonardo, don't say that. Never lucky. You will get something very soon. Almost 95% of our friends got at some time. Oh my G! OMG! Oh my G! Congratulations!
Wow! Congratulations!
He's in the house!
Wow! Congratulations!
Yeah! So we have Angel David. Congratulations, man. You got it. Yes. Let's put some. You got it, man. Congratulations. Whew. You deserve it. Now, what we're going to do? Let's recap a little bit. So we have Oscar Ramos and Albert Smith got the Ampero Press H, and Angel David Lasp got the Hotone t-shirt, the new one, the 2022 model. Now, you guys need to send a DM to the Facebook page so we can ship you the gifts. And are we still streaming? Yes. Is this the end? So, to amp or not to amp? I say to amp. Absolutely. To amp and to use the Ampero too. All together. Why most of us have more than one guitar? This is the same answer. It's just like that. Don't forget your size. Yes. More, it says. Are we going? Is this a question? That is a question. Yeah. Yes, guys. To amp. An amp, it's an amp, and it has its function, and the CME has its function. Both things are good, and thankfully we are living in a wonderful time where we can relatively in an affordable way, we can get both. So, exactly. It depends, but just in case, better to have both. And we will keep talking about this. We'll keep talking about it. I think it was a very interesting topic to start opening that rabbit hole. We don't really know where it's going to take us, but I'm going to keep experimenting during the week, and next week we will definitely hook up the Ampero 2 to the little tube amp here to see what's going on. Anyway, we're not sponsored by Blackstar by any means, but they did a good job with this amp, and I think it's okay. For all the amps that usually use this, for the size, it's not bad. So, but are we going to leave it there? No, of course not! Of course not! Are you kidding me? I'm going to give away another Ampero Press right now. Ampero Press H, the latest, is still not released. Volume and expression pedal for any of your needs. It could be your Ampero. You want to have 2 expression pedals, you can have 2 expression pedals. It could be 2 Ampero 2. You don't have expression pedal in Ampero 2. No problem. We have the Ampero Press. You have a Helix. No problem. You want another expression pedal? You have a Kemper. You have a Fractal. Whatever. You can use it to shut up your mother-in-law. You just put it in volume mode and sweep up. That's it. Mother-in-law, stop talking. Let's do it, guys. Are you ready?
5, 4,
yes,
3, 2, 1.
Let's do it. Bring me the Bose Katana. Yeah, that's a great amp too. We will look into the 4-cable method. Yes. Okay, it's coming to stop. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Where is this girl, Isadora? Where is Isadora? It's far away. Okay, we're safe, guys. Big kiss to Isadora. This is going to have peanuts. This is going to have peanuts. Oh my god! It was so exciting. Ernesto Lopez. The sun is already rising here. Carlos, come on, man. Yes, Bunny, do your magic, and I'll buy you a drink later. Herman Lee, but we don't string your guitar. Yes, that's true. Finger crossed, dance, Bunny, dance. Who? Okay, Ernesto Lopez, are you in the house? Are you even in the house? I didn't see any comment from Ernesto Lopez today, which doesn't mean that he's not here. He may be here. My boss Pocket GT needs it. Okay, that's going to, yeah, that's good. It's a good companion for a Pocket units. Ernesto Lopez is in the house. Let me, because I'm kind of covering the Ernesto Lopez. Yes, sorry guys. Today I'm covering the name of the winner. I cannot move this window, sorry. But it says Ernesto, S-T-O, you can read there, Ernesto Lopez. And just in case, we are going to show the results here. Oscar Ramos, Albert Smith, Angel, and Ernesto Lopez. Congratulations!
That was easy.
Wow, congratulations!
Guys, the guy just got an Emperor Press. Congratulations. And yes, this is my time to say goodbye, to say thank you to all our beautiful Hotoners around the world. Guys, I never take you for granted. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for giving me that beautiful feedback. I learn a lot from you. Every time you say something, I gotta check that. And I always learn something. Thank you. Don't forget, if you're a regular, to join our VIP group on Facebook. It's not that VIP like we're snobs. It's just people that we know each other, more or less, let's say. If you're a regular, you will be accepted into that group, so we can show our underwear there. You know, it's different. It's not like here, we need to be politically correct here. There in the group, it's okay. We can say a little stuff. So, thank you guys. I'm really, really happy. It was a good one. Today was a really good one. I'm really happy, guys, I have a bunch of I don't know if you can see. Okay, yeah. I have a bunch of guitars there we're going to use next time. And the bass. No, there you go. Thank you to my friends James from Court to suit me up. With that beautiful X15, I still love it. Thank you guys for being there, really. Next week, we're going to have some more fun with Chilabs and Pro 2, maybe some special preset. Guys, God bless you. Take care. Keep playing. See you next week. Don't forget to join the challenge.